Let me ask you one simple question. Have you ever reached passage 3 in the IELTS reading test, look at the clock, and realize you only have 5 minutes left? Your heart starts beating faster, you begin guessing the answers. Some questions are left blank, and after the exam, you think, I actually knew many of those answers, I just didn't have enough time. Hi, welcome to Overseas Admit. Today, we are going to address this issue. If this has happened to you, don't worry, you're not alone. In fact, this is one of the biggest reasons students lose 5 to 10 marks in reading test. The good news, today's video will completely change the way you manage your time. I'm going to share 5 simple strategies that Band 7 and Band 8 students use to finish all the 3 passages comfortably. And don't skip strategy number 4. It's one of the strategies that has helped hundreds of students to save more than 6 minutes during the exam. So, let's get started. Before we learn the strategies, let's understand the real challenge. In the IELTS reading test, you get only 60 minutes, not 61, not even 1 minute extra. Those 60 minutes, you have to read 3 passages and answer 40 questions. That means you have around 20 minutes for each passage. Now, here's something many students don't realize. Most people don't lose mark because their English is weak. They lose marks because they spend too much time on one passage and then rush through the last one. So remember this, reading is not only an English test, it is also a time management test. So if you learn to control your time, your score can improve much faster. Now let's look at the 3 biggest mistakes students make. See if you recognize yourself. Mistake number 1, reading every single word. Many students think they must understand every sentence before answering, but IELTS doesn't test whether you can memorize the whole passage or not. It tests whether you can find information quickly. Reading every word wastes your valuable time. Mistake number 2, going back again and again. You answer a question, then you return to check it, then you check it one more time. Those extra minutes add up very quickly. Mistake number 3, getting stuck on one difficult question. Imagine spending 5 minutes on just one question. So what happens? You lose the chance to answer 5 or 6 easier questions later on. Never let one difficult question steal marks from rest of your paper. Quick question for you. Which mistake do you make the most? Reading every word, rereading, or getting stuck? Tell me in the comments below. Now let's talk about the first strategy. It's called the 20-20-20 rule. It's very simple but incredibly powerful. Instead of thinking about the exam as one long 60-minute test, divide it into 3 equal parts. 20 minutes for passage 1, 20 minutes for passage 2, 20 minutes for passage 3. And here's the most important part. Once your 20 minutes are over, move on. Even if a few questions are left answered, move on. Why? Because every passage carries marks. You don't want to lose easy marks later just because you spend too much time trying to solve one difficult question. Here's another tip. When you're practicing at home, set alarms for 20 minutes, 40 minutes, and 60 minutes. This trains your brain to move on automatically during the real exam. And trust me, students who build this habit before exam day feel much calmer during the actual IELTS exam. Let's move on to strategy number 1. This is one of the biggest differences between Band 6 and Band 8 students. Band 6 students start reading every sentence from the beginning. Band 8 students first skim the passage. Now, what does skimming mean? It means you quickly look through the passage to understand the main idea, not every detail. Here's exactly what you should do. First, read the title, then read the headings if there are any. After that, read only first sentence of each paragraph. That's it. You don't need to answer every word. Your goal is to answer one simple question. What is this paragraph mainly about? So, for example, one paragraph might be about climate change. Another might explain a scientific experiment. Another could describe a famous person. Just create a simple mental map. Why is this helpful? Because later, when a question is asked about climate change, you already know where to look. Instead of searching the entire passage again, you can directly go to the correct paragraph. This simple habit can save several minutes during the exam. Now here's a mistake many students make. They answer the question in exactly same order they appear. But you don't have to do that. Instead, answer the easier questions first. Think about it. If one question takes only 20 seconds and another take 2 minutes, which one should you answer first? Of course, the quicker one. So for example, many true, false, non-given questions can often be answered from just 1 or 2 lines in the passage, but summary completion questions usually require more searching and more thinking. So don't waste your energy on difficult questions at the beginning itself. First, collect your easy marks, then come back to the harder ones later. This strategy builds confidence and keep your speed high throughout the test. Now let's talk about one of the most important IELTS reading skills, keyword scanning. Before you even look at the passage, look carefully at the question. Underline the important words. This could be names, dates, numbers, places, or any specific term. Now you go back to the passage and search for those keywords or their synonym. But here's the important trick. IELTS often changes the words. So for example, instead of using the exact same word, it uses the synonym, like I said. So, for example, the question might say children, but the passage might say young people. The question would say purchase, but the passage might use buy. So, don't search for identical words, but search for similar meanings. Once you find a keyword or its synonym, read only the sentence containing it, plus the sentence before and after. Most of the time, your answer will be there. This is much faster than reading the whole passage again and again. Now we come across to the strategy I promised you at the beginning. If you remember only one idea from today's video, remember this one. It's called 2-minute rule. Here's how it works. If you have been trying to answer one question for about 2 minutes, stop. Don't keep fighting with it. Mark it, choose your best possible answer and move on immediately. Like, let me explain you why this works. Imagine you spend over 6 minutes trying to answer one difficult question. That 6 minutes you could have used to answer 6 easier questions. So which option do you think gives a better score? Exactly. Never let one question control your entire exam. And here's something many students forget. There's no negative marking in IELTS reading. That means a guessed answer still has a chance of being correct. A blank answer has zero chance. So always guess, always move forward. And if you have time at the end, come back and check the difficult questions. This one strategy alone has helped many students finish this test with time to spare. So now you know the strategies, but here's the truth. Watching this video won't improve your reading score alone. Practicing these strategies will. That's why I want you to give you 4-week practice plan. Week 1, practice only one passage every day. Set a timer for 20 minutes and focus on finishing time. Don't worry about getting every answer correct. Your goal is just to build the speed. Week 2, now practice 2 passages back to back. Use the 2-minute rule we discussed earlier. If a question is taking too long, guess, mark, and move on. This helps you build the habit of managing your time. Week 3, start taking full IELTS reading mock test. Complete all 3 passages in exactly 60 minutes. After the test, you don't just check your score, review why you got each answer wrong and ask yourself, did I miss the keyword? Did I miss the synonym? Did I waste time? Did I reread too much? That's where real improvement happens. Week 4, now challenge yourself. Take one full length mock test every 2 or 3 days, track your timing, notice which question types slow you down the most. Maybe it's matching the headings, maybe summary completion, maybe true or false not given. Once you know your weakness, you know exactly where and what to improve. Remember, smart practice always beats long practice. Before you leave, let's quickly revise everything we have learned from today. First, the 20-20 rule. 20 minutes of time for each passage. Second, don't read every word. Skim first to understand the passage, then scan for the answers. Third, answer the easy questions first to collect quick marks. Fourth, always search using keywords and synonyms, not full sentences. And finally, never spend more than 2 minutes on one question. Guess if necessary and keep moving on. If you can make these 5 strategies a habit, you'll not only finish your reading test on time, but you'll also feel much more confident on the exam day. Take a screenshot of this trial and use it every time you practice. So if you found today's video helpful, make sure to hit the like button because it really helps channel reach more IELTS students. And if you're preparing for IELTS, don't forget to subscribe. Every week I upload a practical IELTS tip that are simple and easy to understand and designed to help you achieve a higher band score. Now I have a question for you. Which strategy are you going to try first? Is it the 20-20 rule or the keyword scanning technique or the 2-minute rule? Write your answer in the comments below. I'll read every comment and I would love to hear from you. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep practicing, stay confident, and all the best for your IELTS examination.